The 7 worst fouls in the history of football. It's said that football is the passion of the masses. And anyone who turns on a TV right now and sees the endless programs and matches about the current World Cup being played in North America can attest to that. However, sometimes that passion overflows and leads to violence, the kind that happens on the pitch itself. Get ready, because these are the asterisk 7 worst fouls committed in the history of football. Number 7. There's only one reason why the next foul is in the lowest spot on this top. If you're not a believer, the reason is pure luck. If you're a believer, the reason is God. Meaning, something or someone stopped this poor guy from ending up dead. Imagine one of those kicks you see in WWE, but for real. And to make it worse, it happened in none other than a World Cup final. We're in South Africa, 2010. Dutch midfielder Nigel de Jong threw a karate-style kick straight into Javi Alonso's ribcage. It was a brutal foul that many thought could have seriously injured or even killed the Spaniard. Surprisingly, the referee only showed him a yellow card. A yellow card for this kick. Number 6. You're going to see it from far away. It won't look like much, but then you'll see it up close, and the hairs on the back of your neck will stand on end. Sorry for the language. The hard tackle by Jan-Nick Vestergaard on Andre Hahn is considered by many the worst foul ever in the German Football League's entire history. It happened on October 25, 2015 in a match between Schalke and Borussia Mönchengladbach. He hit Hahn's knee with his leg raised, causing a tibia fracture and a torn meniscus that not only required complex surgery, but ended Hahn's career. He never recovered from such savagery. The action got Vestergaard a direct red card and a 5-match suspension. Too little. Not only are we back to World Cup territory, but in this case we'll see the foul that's considered the worst in World Cup history. The problem is that the video quality is about as good as classic UFO footage. I hope you'll forgive me. We're in Italy 1990, and it's Cameroon versus Argentina. This was Diego Maradona's Argentina, the reigning world champions defending their title. That Argentina didn't just have Maradona, but also the incredibly talented Claudio Perot, Canigia, one of the best players in the world. Cameroonian player Benjamin Massing, like a wild animal, decided to deliver such a violent kick to Perot Canigia that it sent him flying again. From far away it doesn't look like much, but up close the foul really was brutal. The Cameroonian player got, listen to this, a red card and a half, meaning a red and a yellow on top of the red. Number 4. The one in 4th place is a genuine atrocity. Again, it looks like a wrestling move, but done for real. It was the semifinals of the 1982 World Cup in Spain. France versus Germany. The foul is incredible in more than one way. For starters, it was committed by a goalkeeper. But despite what you're about to see and hear, German goalkeeper Harald Schumacher didn't even get yellow card. The camera doesn't catch the foul very well, but will play the little it caught in slow motion. The consequences of that hit. The Frenchman lost several teeth on impact, and, even worse, he fractured his spine. Meaning he left the pitch as if instead of playing football, he'd been doing mixed martial arts. In fact, he didn't get out much better than that. Number 3. Now we're entering the realm of fouls that could perfectly be considered punishable crimes if you analyze them. And unfortunately, we can't show it to you up close because of how graphic it was, even though you don't see much in the video. Believe me, please, there's a reason why this foul is up here on the podium. In the Premier League, England's top division, on February 23, 2008, Arsenal faced Birmingham City at St. Andrew's Stadium. Just 3 minutes into the game, defender Martin Taylor made a hard tackle on Brazilian forward Eduardo da Silva. The action caused an open fracture of the tibia and fibula. But not only that, it also caused a very serious ankle injury. The image was so shocking that Sky Sports decided not to replay it during the broadcast. While doctors attended to the player for several minutes on the pitch, they decided he had to be rushed to the hospital. Taylor received a direct red card and later served an automatic 3-match ban. Arsenal's manager at the time, Arsene Wenger, even asked that Taylor be banned for life from professional football. At that time, Eduardo was going through one of the best periods of his career and was considered a key player for both Arsenal and his national team. He was never the same again. Number 2. The one in 2nd place happens so fast you're going to miss it. But but when you see the replay, you're going to bricks. On August 30th, 2009, during the Belgian football derby between Anderlecht and Standard Liège, one of the most shocking injuries ever seen on a pitch occurred. In the 25th minute of the match, young midfielder Axel Witsel was late to a 50-50 ball with Anderlecht defender Marcin Wasilewski. The tackle ended with Witzel's studs on the right leg of the Anderlecht player, causing, listen to this, something that's not even common among martial artists, a double open fracture of the tibia and fibula, meaning 2 breaks in 1 hit. The severity of the injury forced Wasilewski to be rushed to the hospital and admitted. 2 doctors confirmed an open fracture, one of the most complex injuries a footballer can suffer due to the risk of infection and damage to muscles, ligaments, and even soft tissue. Fortunately, with time, Wasilewski recovered, although it took him years of physiotherapy to get back to a level close to what he had before this double fracture. He was never the same again. Number 1. It's no coincidence that the number 1 spot belongs to the Premier League. As many know, the English League is one of the most competitive, but also one of the toughest and most notoriously violent in world football. You could even make an entire top 10 just with injuries from English football. But even in hell, there are demons with longer horns. On April 8, 1996, at Old Trafford, Manchester United Stadium, David Bust suffered one of the worst fractures ever seen on a football pitch. And for several specialists we consulted while making this top, it's possibly the worst foul ever committed on a football field in the entire history of the sport. This is how it happened. After a corner, he collided with Dennis Irwin and Brian McClare, and his right leg didn't break in 1 or 2 places. No, it shattered into multiple fragments. There was an open fracture, meaning bone breaking through the skin to come out as a bloody protrusion. The grass was soaked in blood, and as you'll see in the video, there was more than one player who couldn't look at the scene because it was so horrible. They say that in fact one of them vomited. Once again, at the time they decided not to show replays because the injury was so graphic and horrid. David Bust never played professionally again. The injury was so severe that they even feared his leg would need to be amputated. This man was left disabled for life, and all because of a foul committed by 2 opposing players at the same time on his leg. Number 1, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might be interested. Thank you very much. Please hit the bell so you're up to date with our uploads. This is Dross, and I wish you good night.